Well, good morning, B100, or afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are when you're viewing this. I hope your semester is going well. I hope you're doing good at wrapping up this class. We are really almost done. The portfolio is due next week. And depending on where you are with that, it might be an easy week. It might be a very intense week. But weeks 10, 11, and 12 are the board of review. It's one of those things where certainly there are some questions that you need to answer and really talk to each other, but I think you're going to find it a much lighter load than all the other weeks, and certainly with final exams coming up and wrapping up your semester with other classes, not to mention just generally getting ready for the semester to end. You might be looking forward to that smaller load. So I hope it is a help to you, but we're not there yet. So let's keep on plugging away at what we have. So this week we really tie everything together in preparation for the Board of Review, called Business and Building the Kingdom of God. So what's required? Well, there is a discussion board, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And then there's a quiz on supply chain. Now, why is there a quiz on supply chain when we really don't cover that in any other unit? Well, because supply chain is also an emphasis that's offered at BYU Idaho, and we wanted to give students some exposure to the career and just generally get a sense of some of the terminology that you're going to be exposed to. I know some of you are involved in that major as well, and so it might seem out of place, but there is a purpose for us having it there. So just stick with it. That's the last quiz. I'm pleased with how the quizzes have gone so far. And then there's the progress report. Just let me know how you're doing. Everything should be moving along well. And then just on the portfolio, there really isn't anything else that I can tell you other than get those mentor interviews done, get the industry and company analysis done, and any essays that you might be backed up on, do those as well. So if you've read everything that you need to for the return, then you won't need to do that. The videos that you have to watch this week are the faculty interviews, and what you're going to do is you're going to choose 3 of the faculty interviews to watch, and then you're going to go into the discussion board and answer the question that relate to it. So basically what I'm asking you to do on the discussion board is to just talk about which video or videos stuck out to you and why, and then respond to at least 2 other classmates. Now, as you'll see when you get to the discussion board, you'll see that I'm not asking you to write an essay or a summary of each one, so you don't need to say Kent London said this, Casey Hurley said this, Jim Taylor said this. Don't do that. Just say, here's 3 that I watched and 1 that really stood out to me, or 3 that stood out to me, or just generally, here's the messages, here's what I got out of it. I think you'll find these very useful. These videos are something that as we do the board of reviews in the past, when it was part of the portfolio, we would students would just talk about how it really helped them, and it tied a lot of things together. So that's what I hope it does for you as well. Okay, and so outside of that, you take the progress report to say that you've done this. You work on the quiz, and then you are done with lesson 8. And then next week we move into having the portfolio due. So that concludes our Lesson 8 overview. And if you need anything else, particularly if you're struggling to get things done or just have a question about the portfolio, let me know. I'll also mention, if you send me your portfolio by Tuesday of next week, of week 9 of Lesson 9, I'll look at it and just make sure everything's there. I'm not going to grade it. I'm not going to check it for content. I'm not guaranteeing you a good grade, but if you email it to me, I'll open it up, I'll skim through it, and I'll say, yes, everything's here, or I'll say, oh, no, you're missing something. So if you have everything done, send it to me. I don't want you to send me an email that says, here's everything except for these 2 parts. If you don't have everything done, then just don't send it to me. I'm kind of extending this courtesy to students who have everything completed. And so if you have it all done and you just want to make sure everything's there, send it over to me and I'd be happy to take a look at it. All right, well, good luck as you finish everything, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions and emails back and forth both this week and next, and I look forward to reading your discussion board posts. This is one of my favorite weeks in this class, and I hope you'll be able to say